Welcome back to another episode of my Mariners YouTube franchise series. My name is West Coast 22. I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for taking your time. The draft, if you checked out the last episode, we did have a pretty decent draft. I was happy with it. We hit 4 people above an 85. Most of the people that we had scouted and wanted were there throughout. I think we picked everyone that we scouted except for the very last guy. McGrath was considered a 70, and so was Varela. So considering who we hit and they were 70s, I'll take a 79 and an 81. But everyone else was fully scouted or really close to fully scouted. So not a lot of guessing that we did in this draft. We are 34 and 23. You look at our pitching rotation. Let's check out stats like we normally do. Justice is not doing wonderful. Neither is Hancock. Gilbert's same. I mean, 1.52 is just too much. Cabrera's high, pretty much the exact same as Gilbert, just not as many strikeouts. Kirby is the one that's struggling a bit. And we're actually going to switch him with McCawkin here. 2.61. He's 5-0. He struck out 50 in 48 and a third. I think he's a better option right now. Even though he's an 81, we're going to put him in the starting lineup and see what he does. He's pitching well. He deserves it. Maybe he's just simming really well this year. Calzado, our Rule 5 pickup that we got, not bad. Not great, but not bad. Buck Bale is struggling a tad. Does have a couple wins, 1.37 whip. Priester is just dominating right now. I wish he would pitch more besides than Calzado, so I can't really switch this. So we will see here. I would like, I don't know if this is the way that works. I don't know if this is like option 1, option 2, option 3. I don't think it works like that. But considering Priester was on the bottom and he only has 8 innings pitched, we're going to toss him in and see if he throws a little bit more. Down here, Jim Donald is getting shredded this year. I don't know what's going on. The only way he can go is up, so we're going to just keep him there and hope. Villegas is pitching really, really well. Letting guys on base, just not letting them in. And Dominguez, not pitching great. 4 blown saves, 17 to 21. He might be somebody that just needs to go, but we will see what happens. AAA, Isaiah Campbell, Connor Phillips, both pitching really, really well. Bernie Williamson's doing incredible in AAA. Our AAA bullpen is almost lights out, which is really, really great. AA, 2 at 205. Jeffrey Butcher and our second-round draft pick from last year, Jacob Gee, 4-0, 2.05. That's very, very good. So we're hoping that continues. Lineup, Noelvi Marte hitting 282 out of the leadoff spot, which is fantastic. Ty France is struggling a little bit as he's starting to regress, which is why he has three more years on his deal, but he might be somebody that we might just have to get rid of. I don't know why we gave him such a long contract. Kyle Lewis, 278, 8 home runs. He's cold right now, though. But Julio Rodriguez, he's only hitting 248, but he has 16 home runs. And look at those improvements still. 24 years old. He's still getting +3s and +4s. I wish that contact versus right would go up, but it's just not right now. But he is killing it in the 4-hole. Kelnick doing pretty well. We're getting that stuff versus lefties up, which is great, even though he doesn't play versus lefties. He's getting it up, which makes me happy. Don't know how he's doing it, but as long as that keeps happening, he'll play against both. Evan White, 333 on the year. 333 on base of 412. It is crazy how well he is doing to start the year. 12 home runs. We might need to move him up in the lineup here to like the 2-hole. Like, it is nuts how good Evan White is doing right now. Dom T right behind him. 322. He heard that we might deal him, and he is trying to make it more difficult for us to do that. So Dom T 322, 333 in our 6 and 7 hole. That's probably going to have to change. 240 and 259 from Shed. Gonzalez is not doing well. Wilkerson's not doing well. Benitez is doing pretty solid for when he plays against lefties. Gonzalez is not doing well. So we might need to make a change here. Ty France is not hitting pretty well. He says he's on fire, but he's just not. Yeah, so we're going to bring up Evan White to the 2-hole, and he's decently quick too for the 2 spot. So we're going to hope that does better here. Evan White not playing against lefties changes things a little bit. Nick Gonzalez, I think, has kind of outplayed his welcome here. Because Ty France can go to second. And Evan White can go in. I mean, it can't be much worse. Yes, his stats versus lefties are not that good, so his average is probably going to drop if he's playing against both sides. But, I mean, come on. Let's start him in the 7-hole, though. Let's start him in the 7-hole just to see what happens. And we will kind of go from there. AAA. Zach DeLoach just continues the rake. 12 home runs, 292. That's insane. I think he has to get promoted at some point. That's just too good. Too good. AA here. 373 for Eric Bateman for our 5th round pick from year 5. Look at that. Oh goodness, he needs that defense to get higher though. That's pathetic defense. But if he can get that up, man, oh man, 373 for him so far through 75 at bats. That's insanely good. Miles, who was playing and then I guess he got pulled out. It's fine. It is what it is. Heinrich got hurt. Barry Mitchell improving quickly. I like that. Improving quickly. So not bad. So here, 35 and 13, the Rainiers, our AAA squad. So we're going to go to the trade deadline. But again, we have some choices to make. We have some guys that are now is probably the time to dump them, to trade them. Trade deadline is the 31st or so. So we're going to go to them and see what happens. 34 and 23. We have one more game against Arizona. Let's just finish it. Just as Bateman is doing well, he gets hurt for a couple weeks. So that's unfortunate. Jim Donald, 35. 35. Wow, 35 and 23. Donald gets the win. Did he blow it or something? Holy Lord. What the hell? Priester allows 2 runs, and there goes his ERA. Dominguez blows the save. Wow. What a bullpen implosion. Going into the 9th, it was 3-1. And the game ends 10-7. Holy Lord. Arizona just gives up everything as well. What a game. What a just terrible bullpen game from both teams. But I'll take Kelnick going 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, home runs, Marte, and Evan White. 3 against the Yankees, 2 against the Padres. So let's keep going here. Travelers fix the lineup. Heinrich's not injured. We lose 2 of 3 to the Yankees. All right, buddy. I think Dominguez has played his way out. But before we go any further, I think Dominguez has played his way out. But I just think he has. Donald's improving a little bit, but I think Dominguez has played his way out. Villegas can close for us now. But Dominguez is just getting shelled now, and it might even be a time for us just to cut him. We can put him down to AAA if we want to and bring up someone else, but I think it's just time to cut. So if we go to AAA, who could we bring up? We could bring up Mark Samuel, who's doing pretty well. He's 78. It's actually okay. Let's do that. I think that's the right thing to do here. Dominguez, I just feel, is just not having it. So let's move up Mark Samuel. Let's promote him and give him a little bit of chance here. Samuel can be here, be in the setup role, and kind of throw him right into the fire here and see what happens. I'm tired of blowing games. So we'll see. 2 with the Padres, George Kirby, and we get blown out. 3 with the Rockies and 2 with the Rangers. Donnie Grant's out for a day or 2. Villegas is out for a day or 2. Bateman's back. Good Lord. We sweep the Rockies. Big 3-game there. Cabrera, McCaulkin, who is 6-0, and Justice Sheffield as we actually beat a bad team. Now we go to Texas. Split a quick 2-gamer with them. Hancock with a win, Gilbert with the loss. Now we have a 10-game homestand against Juan Soto and the Royals. Division rival Angels, and then the Detroit Tigers. So we'll go 3 against the Royals here. Dom T's out for a week or 2. That sucks. But we have outfield help, so I'm not really worried about it. What did they do, though? They didn't do anything. They're just going to yell at us and say there's nobody there. So, Benitez, I guess we just put in Benitez. And Kelnick, and just kind of see what happens. What else can we do here? The team is hitting hot right now, though. 360, 326 from White. He's not really dropping. Kyle Lewis is getting better. Julio's getting better. He's up to 267. Jared Kelnick's 270. Ty France is getting his average back up. Ronald Benitez is up to 302. That is crazy. Ruiz is up to 270. So I have a feeling this is going to fall off here pretty quick. But we're going to keep hoping. So we take 2 or 3 from the Royals here. 4 with the Angels. We take 3 of 4. I like it. Hancock, Cabrera, and McCaulkin, who is now 7-0. Continues to pitch well. Casado blows this game in the bullpen. Another just bullpen implosion. Casado allows the run. Kirby allows the 1. Goodness. But we are 46-29. And we are a good 5.5 games clear of the wild card. Our heart's been broken before. So we still have plenty of time to go here. We lose 2 of 3 to the Tigers, which is super unfortunate. Sheffield pitches great. Hancock takes the L, as does Logan Gilbert. We go back to LA for 3. Dom T's back. Ish. And there goes Ty France. There goes Ty France. It was a matter of time until we got somebody hurt. He was hurt last year. Now he's hurt again this year. He's out for about a month. We're going to have to bring somebody up. It's just that simple. Somebody that can play third? Ooh. I mean, I guess that's Joe Rizzo's call. What's up, buddy? You're hitting 300 this year? Come bring that up here. Come bring that up here because I am legitimately sticking you into the lineup instantly. So you want to prove yourself? Prove it. Prove it right now. We're going to move up Evan White, though. Rizzo can stay bottom. But if Rizzo wants to show us, man. You're 27. Your stats are really good. +6 again, especially against the lefties. And you're hitting 300 in AAA. So Ty France going down is bad for the team, but it's good for you. So show us what you can do. Jared Kelnick, 265. God, that plus lefty just makes me want to put him in, but can't put him in for any of these guys. Oh, the no DH, he's already in. Kelnick is playing both. Dom T. See, here's the thing. Do we put Dom T back in? But he has hitting 314. Like, how can I do that? How can I sit one of these guys down? That's the hard part. The guy that we sit down would be Jared Kelnick based on performances, but How can I do that? I think this is just a sell Dom T type situation. He's 30. Kelnick's 26. Benitez is 27. Julio's 24. I mean, I'd say put him in for Kyle Lewis because he's starting to regress a little bit, but Kyle Lewis has 11 bombs and he's hitting 280. So, I don't know, man. Dom T is probably should have to sit out for now until someone starts to struggle. So it is what it is. Mariners don't have lineup. The Rainiers don't. I don't care. Just fix it. Just don't mess with our lineup. You better not have 322 Dom T. Yeah, until I see somebody cold. Until I see somebody cold or dropping pretty heavily. Yeah. Kelnick against lefties is probably the first option. Actually, we're just going to do that. I'm going to second guess. Dom T's just going to go in for Kelnick. Kelnick's 261, 322. I'm going to have to kind of give it a shot. So we'll put Dom T in. 3 for Oakland, and then we go home for a 6-game homestand before we hit the All-Star break. 42 and 40, Oakland. Rivera's out for 2 months. We sweep the Oakland A's. Hancock, Gilbert, Cabrera. Sweep the A's. We're 20 games above 500. And we go to Cleveland, who's a really good team, and then back to the Angels, our division rival. So Cleveland, oof, who 8-0 McCocken. Who blew this one? Who? Doesn't look like anybody really did. Casado, 0 earned runs, so it wasn't his, it was the defense. Kirby got chalked with a loss. Hancock didn't pitch particularly well. 3 more games, someone hit the All-Star break. Dodgers get Spencer Torkelson. Wow. What a freaking pickup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. A potential Spencer Torkelson, who's now 27 years old, goes from Detroit and gets traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Tigers get 2 older-ish players. Can't tell their potentials, but 26 and 28. My, oh, my. Ty France, he's still injured. Nope. All right, so we lose 2 of 3 going into here. The All-Star. Let's see. Julio Rodriguez is second in the major leagues in home runs. So he will be in. Carlos Correa with the Phillies. Franmil Reyes on the south side. Winker with the Padres. J.D. Davis. Meadows with the Giants. Adames with the Twins. And Seth Beer has 23 bombs. Carlos Correa is 32 years old and is still mashing for the Phillies. That's crazy. Julio's got 27 home runs on the year. He's 24 years old, and there's a chance that he can have 200 career home runs before the age of 24. His career high is 41, so he's definitely in range of that. And he has a career high on base percentage and a career high slugging. So a wonderful year from Julio so far. I like it. The All-Star game, I mean, I think we all kind of know. But we're going to take a peek here. We're not going to play it. I just want to see the rosters. Mitch Keller. Jalen Beeks, the guy that we got rid of, that we didn't want to re-sign, goes to the Yankees, and he's on the All-Star team. Fernandez, Diaz. So no pitchers in the All-Star game for us. The hitting, Acuna, Bogarts, Soto. Look at Soto. Look at that. 96, 98, 92, 88. He's 28 years old. He's hitting 325. He is nuts. Jordan, Robert, J.D. Davis, Evan White makes the starting lineup. Kevin Shepard makes an all-star appearance. Tyler Freeman. Julio makes it on the bench. Killing me that he does not get voted in. But Julio Rodriguez and Evan White makes it on the squad. Kevin Shepard makes it on the American League squad as one of our creative players. And the NL wins. So the NL will get home field advantage in the World Series. Cade Marlowe's out for a week or 2. Brian Torres goes to Cleveland. Nick Schnell and Clinton Devitt goes to Detroit. So Detroit is selling. I mean, to a point. They're selling to a point. Make sure our lineup. See, Dom T, 321. 321. Who's starting to fail? Nobody. Kelenic is cold. I already took Kelenic out versus righties, though. I don't think I can take him out. Or versus lefties. I don't think I can take him out versus righties. I just don't think I can. Domty's killing it. He's hitting 321. But man, oh man. Domty might be one of those things where I sell high. Domty, even though he's doing really well for us, might be something that I just kind of sell. Jason Wilkerson and Nick Gonzalez, I'm getting really, really cold on. Both of them might be gone. But we will see come the trade deadline. They're both getting better, but man, they just can't not hit. And it's brutal. It's brutal. But trade deadline's not quite here yet. We're 6.5 games back. And we are 6.5 games up in the wild card from the White Sox. So we've been here before. 2 years straight, we've been up. So we are going to see what happens. We have 3 games with the incredible Rays, who are right with us. And then 4 with the good Cleveland Indians. Man, we have a stretch right now. Tampa, Cleveland, Giants, A's. Texas are the only bad team that we have going forward. There's Houston. Oof. Coming out of the All-Star break, coming out hot. Here's where we show whether we are contenders or pretenders. Rivera's back. 2 of 3 from the Rays. I will take that. We beat up Shane Bieber. Justice gets a loss. Renee gets his 6th win. And Logan Gilbert gets a win as well. 2 of 3 from the Rays. That's a big series. 4 from Cleveland here. We split with them. That's fine. Obviously would have preferred more, but splitting is not the worst thing in the world. We came back to tie and then lost it in the 9th. Wow, 8 runs in the 7th for Cleveland. Who blew it? Good Lord. Rene Rodriguez comes in and screws it up. Buck Bale comes in and does not do well. Good Lord, our bullpen in 3 innings of work. 2 innings of work allows 9 earned runs. Ugh, boys, killing me. Killing me. 3 with Texas. Kid Marlowe is about coming back. Who cares? We lose 2 of 3 to Texas. 1-run games here. That's brutal. That's not good. 2 to the Giants. And we split a 2-game with the Giants. So we're just kind of keeping pace. We're not dropping a lot. We're not losing a lot. We're just keeping pace here. Trade deadline is here super, super soon. I wish it would tell us what days the trade deadline. It says trade deadline prep. Oh, I guess it'll say the trade deadline today. Do you want to stop? So that's what we will look at here. Oakland, the Rays want to trade us. They want Justice Sheffield. And they want to give us 32-year-old Clint Frazier and 34-year-old Carlos Estevez. You're crazy town. Would you like to stop? Yes. Okay, so today's the trade deadline. So here's where we kind of look around and see what we want to do. See kind of who is on our mind to go. Domty 319, Kelenic 356. Evan White's starting to drop a bit, but he's still doing okay. Julio's up to 31 home runs this year, 10 off from his career high. 374 on base. My goodness gracious. So, Rizzo. Look at Rizzo. He comes in for Ty France, and he's hitting 294 and 6 bombs in 85 at-bats. He is filling in very, very nicely. Wilkerson and Gonzalez continue to struggle. I mean, they're both A potential guys. They're both young, which means they could have a lot of, just a lot for us, a lot of trade potential. And I think they would get a lot of prospects for us. I really think they would. But I just don't know. I just don't know. So let's go to our lineups or our roster here. And let's kind of take a peek. Sam Carlson has some trade value. Because you have to assume Justice is kind of getting there, but everyone else has a bunch of time still. Rene Rodriguez, Priester, Cabrera, Hancock, I guess Carlson maybe. But I got McCaulkin and Williamson. Then we have Espinoza coming up. I don't know. Having somebody like this in AAA, though, is brutal. Both of these guys, Williamson and Carlson. Just wasting them away in AAA when I could just get prospects is killer. Is killer. So Williamson and Carlson are both kind of on the block here. Here, Oviedo probably. So I'm going to kind of make some notes here. I apologize if you hear me typing, but I don't like to kind of stay paused and then be like, hey, let me figure this out, and then come back. I mean, I probably should do that, but I'm not going to. So Oviedo closing. Donnie Grant's going to make his way up. He's improving. So it's a matter of time until he's up. We have Sandoval kind of making his way up as well. Catchers, nobody here that probably has any potential to be traded. First base, kind of the same situation. We need our first baseman. Chadwick is probably somebody that we can look to getting rid of. And then both of these guys here. Heinrich, second base. These guys are just speed guys, but they're never going to be anything on my team. So that's definitely something that we can get rid of. Joe Rizzo, I freaking love Joe Rizzo. He's mashing the ball. Ty France is probably going to get traded here soon. He's 32 years old. His contract is too big, and I need to dump that contract because I really feel like I can just stick with Joe Rizzo. But Ty France, I don't want to trade right now. Marte. None of these guys have any value. See, I'm trying to look at if I get rid of Wilkerson and or Gonzalez, then what does that do, right? Maybe I just get rid of Chadwick first and then see where we stand. See who we can get first and then decide. Probably the best way to do it here. Lucero is next man up. And then Deloach is another one. Kyle Lewis is still really good, but Deloach does not belong in AAA. So either we trade him or we hit him, which means we either trade Dom T or we trade Zach Deloach. We have to trade one of them. Keeping both is completely silly. Deloach has 2 extra years. So I kind of think we look at getting rid of Dom T here. He's 30. He's probably not going to fetch us a good amount, but I think that's it. So we have some trades to look through right now. Thank God MLB has this where we can just load people up and then suggest trades, which I think is awesome. So we're going to try some stuff here. We have 7 players, it looks like, on this list. I would like to do 3 trades or so. So we're just going to see random. Let's do Williamson, and let's do one of those second basemen, like Steven Heinrich. Prospects. And there's going to be a garbage ton of players, and I know it. ABC, it's going to be a lot to look through. I'll tell you that. Mariano Cabrera is an interesting 2-for-1. I mean, as is Andres Ramirez. 3 Bs. Don't like 24 and 25. It's not ideal. George Loomis. The Blue Jays. You're giving me an A, but then you're giving me 2 garbage. That's interesting. But let's keep going. Matthew Thompson, Ben Ward, Luis Angel Acuna, and Jose Padilla. A starter and a reliever. It's BC. White Sox. I kind of like this one. I don't like the shortstop being 25 though, but that's that one's pretty interesting. This one's also very interesting. 21B and 20B for Cleveland. No. Espinoza and then garbage. Sedenquist and then garbage. Rick Bruntlett, David Feldman for the Astros. There's Benji Molina. We'll skip over that because it's a cap. We don't take caps. BBB, Isaiah. Wow. An A potential closer. Someone else for our bullpen. We have an insane amount of closing pitchers. But an A potential who's already 81 and he's 23 years old. That's pretty damn solid. From Texas. That's pretty damn solid. First base, we don't need. These guys are interesting, but I think Texas so far is the best one with that A potential. BCC, the Marlins, nothing. The Mets, interesting, but I still don't think it's good. I'd rather take the A1 guy. Freddie Vincent, if it wasn't for that C. And that's one of our new caps. The Phillies are already trying to dump him. 25 years old, too much. The two Bs are pretty interesting here, though. I'd rather take the one bullpen guy, though. Another A and two Cs. Seems to be the consensus here. 25 years old, too much. 24, 25. 23, A potential, and Jay Montano. Cristobal Lantigua. Another closer. Ooh, okay. Oh, it's Juan Gonzalez. Dang it. We don't take caps. And Juan Gonzalez, Goon, if you're watching, looks like you got traded again because you're on the D-backs now. You're on the D-backs now. So there you go. You got traded again. We just figured it out. 2 A's is nice, but I don't take caps. Cecil Hebert, we don't need a catcher. Center field, we don't need a catcher. Dodgers, we're running out here. Padres, no. Giants, whoa. 86 overall. Like, I don't necessarily need a starting pitcher, but if he's 86, are you kidding me? How do we pass on an 86 overall? I don't think we can. I think we have to take this. Richard Yang, 23 years old, A potential, 86 overall. He would instantly be into our team, which means we'd have to get rid of somebody else. So we might be able to package another starting pitcher that's currently on the roster, but I don't think we can pass this up. Richard Yang, A potential, 86 overall for Brandon Williamson for them who can start now, and they get a second base prospect. I don't think we can pass this up. I think we have to do this. Williamson and Heinrich are gone. And we're going to bring in Richard Yang, A potential, 86 overall, right into the team. That is incredible. Now we keep going. Let's see if we can get rid of Carlson as well, who should have a ton of trade value. So we're going to look into getting rid of him with Chadwick and seeing what we can find here. Find trades. Again, this should be another expansive look. I apologize. This video is probably going to be pretty long, but there's a lot of trade to look through here. Oswaldo Castillo. Straight up for Cabrera. No, thank you. 2 A's, right? Ooh, there's George. Nope. That's a cap. Michael Nutter. No, thank you. No caps, buddy. 3 B. Harvey Jarvis doesn't look good. He's 25, and so is Acuna at 25. No, thank you. I mean, ideally, I'm looking for young talent that's a little bit of time to develop. God, first base again, man. This wouldn't be terrible if it wasn't for first base. So for trade value wise, this is not a bad trade. So the Tigers have the best option so far. Kiki McDonald, B potential. The A is 24. Yeah. This one's not terrible. They're both 20, which is kind of what I'm looking for. The starting pitcher, that's A. It's kind of what I'm looking for. Jermaine Newby, another outfielder, which would be nice as well. And he's B potential. I wish I could see. So Jermaine Newby, is that better than the Tigers one, though? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Closer, first base, and then trash. And I just think more starter depth. I mean, yes, we're losing a potential for a B, but I think a left fielder, we need an outfielder instead. So the Royals is the best trade so far. The Astros, no. A cap. We don't do caps. B. Left field, shortstop. They're both 24. Little too old. Another just phenomenal A closing pitcher. C's, nothing. 2 B's. Interesting here. Chad Esquivel and Steven Villasmil. Interesting. Second base and shortstop, which I'd love some depth there. They're both B's, though. I still think the other one's better. That's a cap. We don't take them. Shortstop by itself. That's unfortunate. What was that one? No. AB. 2025. No. 22 is nice. I don't like the 25-year-old, though. 2 A's here. 24 and 25, though. They're just a little bit too old. I'm looking for talent that's younger. This is an interesting one as well for the Cardinals. Jay Montano and Carlos Marquez. We get a second baseman that's A potential. Again, we don't know what kind of player he is. He could be just another speed guy. But we do get another starting pitcher for depth. And he has 4 years on Carlson. So pretty much we're trading the exact players we're trading for. Just younger. So more time to develop. That one is pretty solid. So the Cardinals so far. That's a cap. Center field, left field, both B. Bunch of C's. Dodgers, we're almost done here. A lot of trades to look through, guys. I apologize. Again, I could easily just, just say hold on and let me find a trade. And I could do that. If you guys want to just skip ahead, I guess you could. No shame in that. So a 20-year-old B and a 20-year-old A. 20-year-old B and 20-year-old A. The problem here is 23 and 23. Are these two the better players? Probably, just to be honest with you. But the fact where these guys are 20, I think that gives them the advantage. I think it gives them the advantage considering that they're 20. So I think we're going to go with the Royals trade here. We're trying to rebuild the farm. 2 20-year-olds. I think this is the way to go. So we're going to get rid of Carlson and Chadwick here. And, yeah. Newby, Fernandez, and Dorta. Welcome to the squad. Now, we're going to try to do Oviedo and our other second baseman and try to do Dom T by himself. So this one's probably not going to, holy crap, it's an A potential. A potential third base, which is freaking huge. That's what we need. That's going to be really hard for someone to top. That's going to be hard for someone to top. He's 21. He's 21. That is going to be really, really tough. BCC, B, 24, 20. Can't really see him, though. B, C. Bunch of C's and B's, and we're just passing through them. Because that is not, it's not going to be what we're looking for. Nope, it's cap. I was going to say, oh, nope, cap, pass. 24, 21, 25. That Orioles trade, even though it's 2 for 1, I mean, this is pretty solid too. But considering we need a third baseman in our farm system, it's pretty solid. Carlos Marquez, a guy they tried to give us last time. He's an A potential. Second baseman, if I not seeing him makes it a little more crazier. I don't know the type of player he is, so we're going to skip him. Bob Thayer, 20 years old, A potential. Okay. 20 years old, A potential. Let's keep taking a peek here. Okay, so this comes down to 20-year-old A potential. Molina's going to be ready quicker because he's 65, so I think we just go with this trade. I think we just trade Oviedo and Mr. Isaac here, get rid of him, get some third baseman depth, and grab Eddie Molina. So we're going to do that. Eddie Molina, third base, A potential. We're grabbing him. Now, before we move forward, let's go to those Cardinals and see what kind of player that second baseman is, just in case they try to offer him again. Carlos Marquez. He's just a speed guy. He has some contact. That's great, but he's just fast. A little bit of power, but he's already 75. He's just fast, and he has terrible defense. So we'll pass on him. But now we'll see what the hell we can get for Dom T, who's 30 years old. He's doing pretty well. The expectation is we're not going to be able to get a bunch from him, but even something like this is ideal, is okay. But I'm looking for a little bit younger, if possible. Nope, that's my dude. They're trying to give Loomis and Nutter together. I would take Loomis, but stop tossing Michael Nutter in the same freaking thing, man. I mean, I could make my own trade. I get it, but it's so much easier. Tyler Machado, don't need a first baseman. Closer would be nice. A fielder. I don't know what we're looking for right now. Bullpen and starter would be probably the best type of scenario. 22-24 is not terrible. Double B's here. Albert Fernandez, not the worst. Dwayne Cruz, 19-year-old. Lonnie Bunnings, another first baseman that we don't really need. Maybe. Franco, who was just drafted. Melvin Rusan. Like, we just traded a bunch of second basemen. So even if this guy's not, he's 23 and he's low overall, so it's not what we're looking for, but it fills a spot. I mean, we'll keep looking, but it fills a spot. 25 years old, nah. See, there's that Marquez guy again. Just not what we're looking for. Chet Burkett, Brian Moreno, and garbage. Jose Molina, that's a cap. Ike Peterson. Oof. All right, so we're done here. We're done here. Is this the best trade then? Like this first trade for the Royals might have been the best one. First baseman, which again we don't need, but we can start working on first baseman and tossing them around. Castillo, we have a center fielder. I'm assuming he's just speed, but again, we can just trade him if he is. And then bullpen. So, I mean, they're not super young, 23s and 24s, but hey, that's another 5-6 years before they potentially start regressing. So better than the Orioles? Better than the Orioles here? All three of these guys are viable. The Rays, this is a pretty solid trade too. The only problem is Montaño's a little bit young, or his overall is super low. For having an A potential, he's not going to be ready until he's 27 or so. That's just too young. That's too far out. Campos and Evans. This is another interesting one. Compared to the Orioles, though, we get 3 players. Here, we only get 2. 24 and 70, 23 and 66. They're much more developed, though. So kind of like this one so far. I mean, Castillo, yes, is an A, but I have a feeling he's just a speed guy. That's my gut. So right now, I think this is the best one, Campos and Evans. Right fielder and second base. Both depth that we need. So right now, that's where we're looking at. And I don't think anything else will top that. Because nothing else, I don't think I looked and was like, oh, yeah, it's great. Ooh, except for this one. A potential, and then another first baseman. Both young. Both young. So Royals or Blue Jays? 23 or 24. 70 and 66. In 3 or 4 years, they hypothetically should be better than 70 and 66. Maybe that's a big pull. Being 65 by 24 might be a little too much for Mr. Kiki. I like the A, but again, if I saw who it was, then potentially I might be a little bit more into it if I knew that he wasn't just a speed guy. Starting pitcher, second baseman. Again, and then this one. Getting that starting pitcher at 18, it's like we just drafted him. I think that'd be huge too. The Melvin Rusan. Okay, so Mets, we need to go look. Mets, Rusan. Bryant Lytle, Royals. So Mets and Royals. Mets and Royals. I think that's all we have to look at. Yeah. So we're just going to back out. Maybe that trade will be there again, but I really just need to make sure. Mets and Royals, Mets and Royals, Mets and Royals, Mets and Royals, there's the Mets. There's Melvin Rusan. Speed. See, not what we're looking for. Royals. Chadwick. That's right. We already traded. Brandon Lytle, A potential. Good defense. And he has a ways to go. So Bryant Lytle is actually a better one. And he can play third and he can play short. Has terrible fielding, but man. Let me see what Bryant Lytle's going to be. So that's the best one then. Let's see if they give it to us again. They do. They do. Bryant Lytle, Kiki McDonald, and Charles Gibbons. I think that's the one we go after. I mean, again, we have this Rays one here, but they're kind of older. Now the Blue Jays take away Nutter and give us a C potential. You bastards. You heard me talking garbage. You heard me talking garbage, sir. Now you changed. How dare you? So the Royals here, I think, is the best one. We'll go through very, very quickly and see if anything changed. Tom Yang, Kurt Castaneda. It's a ways to go. No. We'll hate them. Okay. It's pretty solid too, but I'd rather have the A. A little too old. Okay. Freaking cap, man. Freaking cap ruins everything. 3 Bs here. A center fielder, a starting pitcher, and a catcher. Stuff we just don't need. The center fielder would be nice, but the other two we just have no need for in our farm system right now. So I think that's it, man. I think we go take that Royals trade, I think is what it was. And we take Bryant Lytle, Kiki McDonald, and Charles Gibbons, and we give up Dom T, and that'll give Zach DeLoach some playing time. So we're going to do this. Bryant Lytle. And that literally, all of our guys are now traded. All the guys that we wanted here, trades. We make 4 trades. We make 4 trades. We gave up Dom T. We gave up Luis Oviedo and Mr. Isaac. We gave up Sam Carlson and Willard Chadwick. And gave up Steven Heinrich and Brandon Williamson. Crazy. Crazy. And it looks like they kind of set everything for us, which I'm not a big fan of. So I'm going to have to kind of look around and make sure that they kind of did everything properly. So give me a quick second. I'm going to look around and make sure this stuff is set. This is going to take a little while. So give me a second. We'll make sure all these newly traded players are in the right spot. So we did make some moves. They kind of stuck everyone in AAA and kind of moved everybody around kind of to a point, which kind of sucks. So we moved guys around, but we did make another move. We sent down Logan Gilbert to AAA. He had an option left. He was just terrible this year. And he's been terrible for a while. He's a potential. He's 28. He's just not blossoming like he's supposed to. High 4s ERA lately. His FIP is terrible this year. And we had Richard Yang that we just got. So we're going to put him into the rotation, see if Gilbert can finish out the rest of it. The rest of the year down there, he's 28, I know, but he's just not doing well. And Kirby's in the exact same boat, and he's 28, and he's not blossoming like he's supposed to. So this is another guy that just people that we could potentially trade. But looks like we're okay now. We have our lineup. We did bring up Deloach because we got rid of Dom T, so Deloach will get some playing time. I just don't know where. Kyle Lewis is doing great. Julio, Kelnick. I mean, I guess it's Kelnick. Kelnick versus righties is doing okay. That lefty stats keep going up. That makes me very, very happy. Benitez is in as well. So we're actually going to bring Deloach in here for Benitez and have him get some time here against righties. I mean, he could hit lefties too, but I just, I think Deloach can figure it out. So we're going to bring him in. But yeah, 60-43 is where we are at. Coming to the trade deadline, we're 8 games behind the Astros, who are just crazy insane. But the wild card, we are 4 wins, 7 losses, so 11, so 5.5 games up from the Royals. But everyone else is kind of there. Everyone else is kind of close. You look at our run differential, it's very, very good this year. We just have to finish. We have to finish. Have to finish. Yeah. We made some trades like we said we were. Guys that we are not going to play and kind of redid our farm system here. We got some more A potentials. Got Killian Fernandez, Richard Yang. We grabbed Eddie Molina, Bryant Lytle, and kind of just rebuilt our young farm system outside along with the draft with guys that we're not going to play. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm happy with what we did. Yeah. And we're moving on to we're moving the correct way towards the playoffs. Let's just hope we can not get screwed again and start playing really poorly and hope that we don't fail. I appreciate you guys. I'm sure this was a longer video. I really apologize, but there was a lot to do. Hopefully I can edit it down a little bit. But I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check out the description. Check out Twitch and Twitter. Come hang out. Come follow. Come hang out on some live streams. Yeah. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Be good to each other. Go Mariners. Peace.